Welcome to the fucking show.
There was no gang banging yet. We did not start gang banging until we lost our damn jobs. We did not start gang banging until we lost our damn jobs. Black men didn't have time to be in no gang. Black men didn't have time to do no damn gang banging. We didn't start gang banging until we got laid off of the jobs, and now we angry and we mad and we resentful, and we're not able to exercise any power or authority over our reality. But here's what I want you guys to understand. The primary function of the gang is not violence. Do you know what the primary function of a gang is? And this is facts. And this is facts. The primary function of a gang is to help their members because America gave the Italians a monopoly on the black fire departments, and America gave the Irish a monopoly on the police departments in the black community. And then they gave the European Jews the civil service jobs downtown. They gave them the civil service jobs downtown. This is what they did to improve their relationship with Southern European immigrants who they treated like Negroes. This is what America did to improve its relationship with Southern European immigrants who they treated almost as bad. Not as bad, okay, but as close as possible. They treated them as poorly as they had treated us, because no one's been treated as bad as black folk. So now America creates the Federal Housing Authority. America creates the Federal Housing Authority, and now poor white trash can get low interest loans and grants from the government to move out the ghetto. Now poor white trash can get low interest loans to move out of the ghetto, because now black people are moving into the ghettos in the night between 1920 and 1940, between the two world wars. And white people are like, how are you going to let these Negroes come and live with us? So America said, we're going to help you get out the ghetto by creating the Federal Housing Authority and creating welfare programs to get white folks out of the inner city and move them into, okay, the suburbs. Now, when black people were living with white people, the crime went from white on white crime to white on black crime. I want y'all to stay with me. Stay with me. It evolved. First, it was white on white ethnic crime, Jews killing Jews, Italians killing Italians, Irish killing Italians. You see, it was the Irish versus the Italians versus the Jews versus the Irish, and then it was inter-ethnic crime, Irish on Irish, Italian on Italian, Jew on Jew. The whites were fighting each other. And then when we moved into the inner city, they started beating us up. They started lynching us. They started killing us, okay? So it went from white on white crime to white on black crime. They don't never talk about that. Why they never talk about how the white people kill black people in the inner cities? Why they never talk about how the Irish used to hang black folks in the inner cities in the 20s and in the 30s and in the 40s and in the 50s? Why you don't talk about how the Jews used to hang black people and beat us up, and how many of our grandparents couldn't even come home from school the direct way? They had to go all the way around in order to get home, so they didn't get beat up by Jewish gangs and get beat up by Irish gangs and get beat up by Italian gangs. They never talk about the white on black crime. Once the whites evacuated the inner city with the help of the black community, then black on black crime began. But black on black crime doesn't really kick in until the 60s. Black on black crime doesn't really kick in until the 60s. And the reason the black on black crime doesn't really kick in until the 60s is because we had jobs. We had jobs. We had jobs. It wasn't until 1968, when the United States government assassinated Dr. King, they went into the inner city and de-industrialized the inner city. They shut down the factories that used to employ black men, and then they went into the inner cities and they shut down the industrial building trade programs that used to train young black men in livable wage skill jobs that they could go and use to earn employment and start their own business. We were plumbers, we were electricians, we were carpenters, we were barbers, we were woodworkers, we were stone masons, we were auto mechanics, we were auto body repairs, we were welders, okay, we were seamen. I mean, black men, we had over 50 different trades that we were able to use to feed our family, that we were able to use to take care of our community. There was no gang banging yet. We did not start gang banging until we lost our damn jobs. We did not start gang banging until we lost our damn jobs. Black men didn't have time to be in no gang. Black men didn't have time to do no damn gang banging. We didn't start gang banging until we got laid off of the jobs, and now we angry and we mad and we resentful, and we're not able to exercise any power or authority over our reality. We weren't able to exercise any power or authority over our reality, so we started building gangs. We started making gangs because we were mad. Somebody had to pay for the fact that we couldn't take care of our families. Somebody had to pay for the fact that we couldn't find jobs. Somebody had to pay for the fact that we couldn't put a roof over the heads of our wives and children. So the gangs began to evolve as a reaction to the economic castration of the black man by the United States government. I'm gonna say it again. The gangs in the black community evolved as an economic reaction to white America's financial castration of the black male. There would be no damn gangs if they didn't start castrating black males, because when we had jobs, we didn't have time for no damn gangs. The only person who can really be a part of a gang is an unemployed black male. The only person who's even interested in being part of a gang is an unemployed. Now check this out. Check this out. I'm gonna take it a step further. The primary job of a gang, the primary function of a gang. And I know a lot of brothers who belong to gangs, and not all gangs are bad, and some gangs actually do good, and a lot of gangs in the recent decades have begun to evolve their focus and their purpose. And we even know that some gangs were actually the offshoots of revolutionary-based organizations that were destroyed by the FBI and then ultimately infiltrated by the FBI into reactionary gang elements. So many of these gangs even had a positive origin, a positive catalyst. But here's what I want you guys to understand. The primary function of the gang is not violence. Do you know what the primary function of a gang is? And this is facts. And this is facts. The primary function of a gang is to help their members find employment, legal or illegal. What gang do you know does not operate some sort of an economic enterprise, even if it is illegal? The purpose of the gang is a union. The gang is a labor union. Whether we're going to